right, let's see here. Watch now. Make this big. All right, let's go on community. Oh, live. Do it live. Let's see if sound's coming through on YouTube's. Hello, YouTube's. Hello, YouTube's. Sound's coming through on YouTube's. Oh yeah, we got sound. Okay. All right, let's get this chompy started up. All right. Let me just adjust one thing. All right, we'll see if that is better. All right, so welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the airplane show for tonight. We're gonna be doing a little flying on a PMDG 737. We're gonna leave Tokyo Haneda International Aeroporto, and we're gonna be flying to, I believe it's Hiroshima, because that's about an hour long. Let me pull up some briefs. Let's get in this plane first. Let me go fly. It was nice to do this because I've had a very traumatic 2 days. So it's nice to do something a little normal. It was a Hiroshima. Yes, we fly to Hiroshima tonight. Hiroshima. Say Hiroshima. That's a cool name for a city, actually. I like that name. So Anna's not the plane that actually flew this route that I got it from. It was actually Japan Airlines, but they don't make a Japan livery in the 738 from PMDG, so we just go and pretend. All right, let's get rid of that walkway and get that jetway flowing. You're gonna come over here and over yonder and use this one for all the inputs. FS actions. For some reason, if I use a mouse, I can single click these things, but when I use my controller, I gotta double click everything. Okay, stairs. We're gonna release them stairs. We're gonna get this jetway. And we're gonna come back up to fuel. And we're gonna see how much fuel we need. We need 59. So I'm gonna put in 2,500 for now. But we're gonna need more than that. But we're gonna get the fuel truck to come on over. Let's get rid of payload and let's empty everything. Watch the airplane shimmy. Watch this. You see that thing shimmy? Shimmy. All right. All right, so we gonna open up this here door. We're gonna get that jetway connected. Okay, jetway should be on the moves. Sir. Go over there and suction on it. There you go. Give it a kiss. Look at that jetway giving that airplane a kiss. He gave it a kiss. All right, let's get battery on and then some ground power. I don't know how the sound of the plane's going to be with my voice. I raised the volume a little bit of the airplane. We'll see how it goes. I know when I was doing ISP the other day, they were fairly equal, and that's not how I wanted it. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know what's more important, my voice or the game. All right, let's program in all the everythings for the weights and the fuels and all that stuff. All right, so our fuel block is 59.95. So I'm gonna put in 6.2. Let's put in 6.3. Yeah, let's put in 6.3. Oh, I don't need to do 6.3 there. I need 6,300. 6,300. We're gonna put that in right here. We're gonna request the fuel truck. And according to SimBrief, I got, how many peoples I got on my plane today? 130. Oh, goodness gracious. We got 130. Let's get all 130 up on this here plane. It's her. We can start loading them up because that takes a little bit of time. And we got 3.2 in cargo. So let's do 1,000 up front. You can only put so much up front. And we're going to do 22 in the back. We're going to do double deuce in the back. Right. And let's request all this stuff right here. All this. And all this. All right, here we go. Let's see, we got trucks coming. Here we go. Fuel truck is, I think the fuel truck is connected. See, does it say start? It does say start. Let's say start. All right, let's turn on the navigations. All the way up yonder. So grab this here thing and slide it over 3 clicks. Put you on nav. Put you on nav. Yeah. And we're going to clear this out. We're going to pose in it. We're going to go to this here page. And we're going to grab left or right. It don't really matter. We're going to throw you up in here. There we go. Now our pose in it is correct. All right. We got people coming. All right. I can't start that yet, but I can put on the seatbelt signs. And don't be using no electronics on my plane. It might mess up with my navigations. All right, we can start this here. And I wonder if I can start plugging in my routes. Probably. Let's do the R. J. Oh, not two J's, just one J. And we got a. Yeah. All right. And what is it? RJOA. R. J. O. A. Going Anna 3389. We just gonna make it up. All right, we got here. Where's my here flight plan at? Here we go. 34 right. Let's start this. I am, because it takes a little bit of time to load all that stuff. There's a quicker way to do that, but I like having all the trucks and everything out there. I wish it actually had like bags and stuff that go up on it, but you know. Right. All right, we got Tierra 1 Bravo. Oh, I don't see Tierra. Oh, I don't see this here departure. How come it's in sim brief and it's not in this aeroplane? That is not good. For 34 right. All right, let me find a different. That is not good. See if I can find another departure. What does this one look like here? I think I can do this one, Gusero. That is surprising that it's not in here. Oh. RJTT departures. I don't know what to do now. Gotta find me a new way to take off. I don't see Gusero in here either. All right, what we gonna do here? Move back. Let's. RJTT is the correct. Yeah, it's got these other ones back. Yeah, I don't want that one though. Let's go. All right, let's choose the runway again. 34. We got 34 right. Oh, Nino Rit. Yeah, a lot of these, wow, what do I do? All these other ones suck compared to, I guess I can go back and then pick up. You know, we're not even going to do a standard instrument departure. We're just going to leave Gus Row as the first one. Let's just get rid of that. All right, departure. I don't want. Okay, let's see here. Legs. Okay, route 34 right. If we can clear this out. All right, depart. And let's just choose a different runway. All right, 34 right. Yeah, I don't want that departure though. Back 2B, 2C would be it if we were going to choose one. Enox, Ope, Rit. Well, you know what? Nenox might work actually. This one will work. Nenox will work, and then we'll just pick up Lesbo, I guess, from there, or Vendi. All right, we can do that one. Nenox 3. And then let me make sure. Let me add this to the route. Hopefully that won't cause us to have more fuel. All right, route. Next page. All right, let's get rid of Gus Row. Yeah, see, we were supposed to be picking up a highway. All right, Levos. All right, Levos. All right, Nenox to Levos. Oh, that's right. Next to Levos. All right, let's get rid of Gus Row on this map here. Okay, Levos to Y20. That's crazy that they don't have the departure in here. That's the first time I've seen that with Navigraph and SimBrief and these planes, especially this one. That's Y202. Let's go back to this plan here. All right, we got Cami. K. MY. Cami. And then we got Y202. Y Deuce O Deuce. From Y Deuce O Deuce, we got Amuro. A to the M U R O. We'll activate that. Now let's plug in our arrival. Hopefully they got it. All right, we got RNAV 28. And we just doing a final, so we don't need that. But we got Vista, that's right. There we go. That looks good. We're not doing a transitions. The RNAV, we're just doing final. And let's check out our route. Yeah, that looks all right. Let's go to legs. Oh, let's go to cruise first and plug in our cruising altitudes, which is 34,000. Let's go to legs. Get rid of any. Yeah, I don't see any vectors or. All right, let's go up here and do map. And just let's look at our route. This is not what I originally planned, but it's pretty close. All right, that's all good. We can release all these. All right, let's check on the fuel truck. We can release the fuel truck. And we can release the jetway. Let's put in our, let's come up here and hit init. And this is what we're going to do here, request. And we're going to bring it all in. That we have to adjust the cost index. All right, we can load. We're going to execute. We're going to put in number 6 right there for our cost index. And our block of fuel was 5.995, so we're going to put 6.0. 6.0 up yonder. Cruise wind is 315 over 24. Oh, there's 24. All right, all that good. Now, I needs to look up, wish I gotta look up the transition. I think transition is 14,000. Approach elevation, yeah, transition altitude is 14,000. So 14,000. All right, N1. I usually do like 30 degrees over that, so we're gonna put in 50. The 50. Oh, and we're gonna do climb We're going to do takeoff 1. All right, we go takeoff. We need to go to this page real quick and put in our runway wind and the slope. Let's see what the slope is of this runway. Slope is 0. All this info right here I'm getting from Navigraph, by the way. We got 20 degrees at 8 knots. So 20 over 8. And we're going to do flaps 5. I guess I got to type something in, don't I? Flaps 5. That should come in automatically. And we're going to do... Now, you can't really adjust the trim in this airplane. It doesn't really allow you to touch it. It doesn't like being touched. It doesn't really go past 4. So you can try to spin it, and then when you let go, it'll just go back to where it was at before. All right, so you guys, descent. We got to put the descent winds in. The forecast. Let me get that up on this here OFP. All right, so let's see here, 31,000. And then 20,000. And then 10,000. All right, 31,000 feet. It's 308 over 23. And then we got 291 over 17. 291 over 17. And then we got 262 over 18. Okay, that's all good. Execute that. Let's put in 14,000 again. You can try to request the win, but on Xbox at least it won't do anything. So I'm not touching it because it doesn't do anything. All right, let's go back to init. That all looks good. All right, we go with legs. Let's make sure that everything is good there before we start. Huh, flight level 40,000. That's interesting because that's not what we have. See? Yep, let's go back. I think it was 34,000. Yep. 34. Execute U. And let's go back to legs and make sure it calculates everything. All right, good. Very good. All right, let's do this here. Let's get the APU fired up. Do that. Let's do some of this. Let's fire up this here APU. Put you at 34,000. Our landing altitude, I believe, is approach elevation is 1,086. So we'll put 1,100 in here. It's close enough. You on. You on. I may have to adjust the volume a little bit as we go because I don't really hear the airplane a whole lot. I'll do that once we get like in the air when I don't, in my talking, I guess now talking is more important than here in the airplane with getting everything set up. But once we get up in the air, then I'll adjust the levels again. All right. So let's get rid of you. What we can do now is get rid of the ground service. Release that. Let's put the parking brake on. And let's go to pushback. Remove chocks. Select the tug. Turn nose to the right. This always messes me up. What does it mean to the right? Always messes me up. I think it's from behind the plane. I think right means the passenger side, so we'll try that.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback ends to our left. Roger that. Ready to push. Tail to the left. Park brakes off. Brakes released. Brakes released, here we go.
Man, it's turning it the wrong way again. Why can I never get this right? All right, let's stop him, and we'll just start up here. I can never get that right. I always get it messed up. All right, let's put the parking brake on. Let's get the engine fired up. We'll just take off and cut the wheel a little bit. right, so 143 plus 15 is 158. And what is our bearing for the takeoff is 338. So let's plug in 338 here. Do we have any restrictions with our climb today? Above. Nope. So I'm just going to plug in 34,000. And VNAV will take care of the rest if it needs to. And then it's not what they, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's not what they do in real life. But this is not real life, guys. This is just a simulator. Okay, we are good to go. Let's bring our flaps down a bit. Verify takeoff speeds. We are good to taxi. Taxi lights on, all that's good. That's good. Okay. Brake off. A little juice. Turn our wheel. Turn our tiller. Since our pilot doesn't know how to direct the pushback driver, our pilot always gets it wrong. Hello, little airplane. How are you today? All right, we rolling. Travel all the way down to the end. Right, just set that camera view. PMDG did a wonderful job with this here aeroplane. I've been playing this airplane, I guess, for about 3 weeks now, and I love this airplane. I wish it had a tablet, which I know they're working on based on what I read the other day. I know they're working on a tablet because it would be nice to import the flight plan and weights and have charts pull up and all that. That would be nice. But they did the FMS is really easy to navigate with a lot of that stuff, so it's pretty good. overall, I love the way the airplane sounds. The controls, and flies nice. Nothing but nice stuff. I do have live weather. I got live weathers on. And live time over there in Japan right now. The only thing artificial that I have turned on in the simulator right now is just ground traffic and like the ATC traffic. This is, I guess this is what it looks like in Japan right now. With all the clouds and all that, I guess that's how it looks. Skirt, wheel, skirt. It's got that airplane on 2 wheels. You see that? He's working that rudder out. Look at that rudder. Look at that rudder flexing. This heads up display is an option, which you can turn on or off in the FMS. So I like it for takeoffs and for landings. Other than that, I don't really use it. And we will be setting up our runway down here today for the runway elevation, the runway length, and then we're going to switch the mode as well. For our landing, and that will clear out a lot of this clutter on both sides, and it really just focuses on the runway and the pertinent info you'll need once you're, making your final approach. We're gonna go all the way to the end. What's that out there? It looks like a sailboat. I wonder if we can make this plane float over there and see what kind of boat that is. It looks like a boat. That or it's a really big shark fin. Or a really cool building out in the middle of the lake. Or river, or creek, or ocean, whatever that is there. Whatever that body of water is. Maybe it's the narrow sea. Maybe that's Essos, or Volantis, or Bravos over there. Out there catching Japanese fish. Big old squids they got over there. And eating octopuses. Stop at this little crosswalk over here. And turn on our landing lights. Put on our strobe lights. On the automatic, the auto throttles. We're gonna get up on that runway and do our thing. Hopefully not crash, because that's embarrassing. Let's stop right here. Right here. I don't know if you need these lights, but I put them on anyways. Let's put those on. And let's move this out to 5. Put on LNAV, VNAV, and arm the auto throttle. And once we line up, we'll give it about 40% throttle, and then we're going to hit that toga screw. We got a toga screw. It's not a toga button. It's a screw. Say goodbye, Tokyo. Hello, Hiroshima. Alright. I guess airplanes take off from back here. I don't know. We gonna take off from back here though. Let's give it some juice. Let's move this over yonder to this toga strip. Let's move you up so I can seize you. Europe. Yeah. Sorry about that. Twitch froze for some reason. Be good now. Twitch froze for some reason. use a capture card because I haven't found a way to connect my headphones to my laptop. So with the Xbox, I can adjust the volume of my microphone versus the game's volume. So I stream to Twitch, then write to YouTube, and sometimes Twitch freezes. So that's what happened this time. So yeah, if anybody's watching, I do apologize. We pretty much good right now. In a couple thousand feet, we're gonna put it into standard pressure. I'll try to keep a better eye on Twitch, see if it freezes up again. You can make the standard now. I'm not exactly sure where it froze, but it couldn't have been more than a minute because it froze right after I said something about the toga screw. If you guys don't know about the toga screw on this plane, to activate toga, it's this screw right here. You got to click on that, and that'll activate toga. Toga. So we're on our way to 34,000 feet. We're going to try this RNAV landing. I didn't see an RMP listed on the RNAV, so when the time comes, I'm just going to put in 0.3 because that seems to be a pretty universal RNP. And we'll plug in the correct courses. We'll plug in the correct altitudes. Hopefully it won't be too cloudy. Oh wow, look at that mountain over there. That is cool. I wonder what mountain that is. Look at that, man. It's above the clouds. That's cool as shit. Imagine living in a city like this and then just looking over and just seeing a big old mountain. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this trip should be about an hour in the air. I'm not a big fan of doing long flights in this flight simulator because there's no effective way to fast forward. They do have a fast forward button, which I don't have listed up here. They do have a fast forward button. However, I've never had success with it. It's always like I've chose like cruise, right? And it puts me like 5 miles away from the airport at our cruising altitude. Or I'll choose descent, and it'll put me at like 3,000 feet and 5 miles from the airport. Like it just doesn't. It'd be nice if you could just do like you do an Aerofly or have an altitude. Oh, I didn't turn packs on. Shit. Let's hold until this thing catches up. Well, that beep's annoying. Sorry about that. You can do it. There's a way to turn that off, but it won't turn off until we get more pressure. Okay. At least we turned the horn off. We got plenty of time to get to 34,000 feet. We'll get up there momentarily. But once this goes away, we'll continue our climb. Okay, that's good. Turn the APU off now. I was thinking about using it, so I put it on as a just in case. But all right, let's go back to our climb. Let's activate VNAV. That should be okay now that we cut off the horn. We got the packs on. I always forget to turn the packs back on. Wow, that's pretty. Look at that. Amazing. I don't know if that's exactly how it looks in real life, but man, it looks pretty damn good here. On the Xbox Series S. Better than my iPad, that's for sure. Well, the pressure's climbing. We're at about 14, almost at 14,000, well, I guess 13,500 feet. That's how that reads. Put packs back to auto. Vendy. Doing okay. We got 29 miles, 28 miles to the top of our ascent. Give me a good time to put in our fix. Runway 28, I believe it is. And we got 4 miles out for landing gear. And 10 miles out for like flaps 15. That's done. How's our pressurization doing? That's climbing. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. I feel so bad for the fake passengers. I don't know if we can go and see any of the fake passengers. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The pressurization made everybody disappear. Everybody that was on the plane is gone. I would sit. This is a good seat right here. The airplane and the wing. I always love sitting over the wing. That's where I try to sit every time I fly. Unless for some reason I get like moved up to business class, or I used to fly a lot on AirTran when I worked for Audi many years ago. I used to have to go to Dallas a lot and Atlanta a lot for meetings. And AirTran back in the day, you could upgrade your ticket for like $80 round trip. And then that's when you got the good snacks. You got like the really good butter cookies and like the rolled gold pretzels, not like the fake pretzels. And you got like real good peanuts. Yeah, man. You get all the drinks you wanted. Not alcoholic drinks, but like juice and sodas. Getting them butter cookies and then rolled gold. Worth $80 a minute. Back then, at least. Money wasn't such a big deal back then. Now money is a different subject. about that. It looks like it froze again. I don't know why it freezes. It looks like it froze again. Maybe we're okay. Hope we're okay. I guess I'll have to start using the capture card and kind of bypass Twitch. But then I have to figure out how to get my headphones. Then I'll have to get my headphones connected. I'll have to figure that part out. I bought these headphones to use specifically for this. I'm wondering if maybe I need to collect maybe I need to connect a LAN cable to my laptop. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe it's not getting a strong enough signal to do this. I'll try that next time I do it. I'll connect the LAN cable and see if that fixes it from freezing periodically. It froze again. Golly. Oh, there we go. It's okay. Man. I'm more nervous about the freezing than the flight. That's crazy. I don't have anything else running on this laptop except for OBS and one screen on Chrome. and it's freezing. It's so cold. We got a little bit of time before we need to go. But I don't know where I was talking to where it left off, but before it froze. But you can do an ILS type landing with an RNAV. So we do have a VOR station, and I believe if we program in the VOR station in nav 1 and 2, which I've already done, and we program in the correct course, which we have programmed in, I believe if we hit the approach button, when it locks up, this will switch and say FAC. This should switch and say G/P, and I believe it'll do a very similar type of descent and controlled, path like an ILS landing. So we'll see. I've done it before by accident before I realized what I was doing. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's program in some descent figures. Let's put in 29,000 feet first. We got hit by a little gust of wind. That's why it was flip-flopping. You see this little white line that shows up right here? That's like the angle of our airplane. Every once in a while, it like swings back and forth like a rubber band. Should start descending all on our own at the right spot with this airplane. Boeings will do that. The Airbuses will do that. You have to, at least the Airbuses that I've flown in simulators, they don't descend on their own. You need to activate it before descent. Here's our top of descent right there. Let's activate our descent monitor here. So put it on map. Click this button twice. Now it has the RNP info. It'll have the waypoint info, and it'll have our angle as well. And then you can adjust the mileage as well. Right now, you can, and it'll, as you can see. Now, I'm not really sure what these dotted lines are. I have a feeling the ANP error, like margin for error. I believe that's like the corridor that you're allowed to be in for any kind of margin of error. I don't know that for sure. That's just a guess. But if somebody knows what that is, you can certainly let me know. So we need to be at 8,000 feet at Amuro. Make sure it has the right. Okay, Carroll is between 8 and 6. I want to put in 6,000 feet there. Let's put 6,000 feet in there. Okay, that'll work. And then Bueno is 2,800. Okay, that's good. Let's click on this twice. See what happens. I'm sorry, hit clear. Clear. Hello. Delete. There we go. So Amuro, now we're going to be at 7760. Okay, that works. Descending, correct. Let's drop and at Wacket, we're going to be at. We need to be lower. Cami, we need to be at. Let's put in 25,000. Be close at Cami. Let's arm our spoilers. Put our seatbelts back on. Hopefully it won't freeze for the remainder of the stream. You can see how it has angle of descent now, and it has the RNP, ANP figures. Put in 0.3 for the ANP. I mean for the RNP. After Cami, that's 21.9. I change these a little bit at a time because I want to see exactly on the map where it estimates us going to be. That green arc that we see, we don't see it right now because we're going to be, we'll see it momentarily. But when you see the little green arc here that is showing us an estimated point, where the plane thinks we're going to be at that altitude, you know, while we're descending. See how it just popped back into play? Now, if we were really far off, I'd throw a little bit of the air brake on just to kind of slow things down just a little bit. Let's switch this view here and let's go to program and let's go to page 4, and we got 0.3 for RNP, and our vertical deviation will show up here as well. 21 low, 15 low, 22 low. I believe this GP here is the glide percentage. Like we're supposed to be at like 3%, like the pitch of the airplane, the glide path. So I believe that's 2 points. I believe that's what that 2.6 number is there. All right, after Layla, we need to be at 19.2 for bright. So let's put this down to 19.2. So let's lower this a little bit. All right, so far so good. Our speed is good. Our descent path is good. Carroll again. Carroll is going to be 6,000 feet. It doesn't look like we're going to be at 6,000 feet because that's in pink. So let's hit delete and find out what the airplane thinks we're going to be at. We're going to be at 62.24. That's okay. And let's hit delete again. Tilde. And I guess we got to do the same thing now for Vista. Jeez. Let's just delete them all. Jesus. Yeah, I know we can't delete that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, whenever I see numbers in that magenta color, I try to figure out what's going on with it. So usually if you delete it, at least in these Boeing, well, at least in this particular Boeing plane, on this simulator it works. I haven't been able to do it in other simulators. Like Aerofly's, you know, Boeing planes, or the 747 or the 787 that's available in Aerofly, at least from Microsoft. But when it's magenta here, I try to delete it out and get the actual figure that it thinks it's going to be at. We got 19.2 there. We're doing good. It thinks we're going to be right on point with bright. This is a really pretty flight. I may have to do more flights in Japan. Japan's got really much prettier than, I mean, America's got some pretty parts to fly over, but topographical regions to look at. +5 probably. Good there. Everything is doing good so far. Oh, it does have an LNAV, VNAV landing. Okay, so I'm looking at the approach chart on Navigraph, the Jeppesen approach chart, and it does have an LNAV, VNAV landing. So I guess that does mean that we can use that Hongo VOR to use that to help us down. So I guess when we make that turn to Vista, pretty sharp turn, actually. I wonder if when I need to do a circle. No, we'll be okay. So when we make that turn in the Vista, I'm going to push the approach button, and we'll see if... Looks like we need to be at 2,800 feet for that, for it to capture, like, the glide scope type of landing, so... Doing okay. Good. Good. going to be cutting it close. Let's put a little bit of speed brake on. Engines start kicking on a little bit, then we'll take the speed brake off. But all right, let's turn this off. I know it doesn't have to be exact, but I would like it to be somewhat close. We might as well put it all the way down to where we need. Let's put it down to 3,000. Actually, we'll do minimum height is, what's the MHA is 4,000, so we'll leave it at 4,000. Solda's got to be 4,000, and Vista's got to be 33. We'll set it for 33 right now. But according to our system, though, we're doing okay. So hopefully, maybe that green bar was wrong. Maybe. Being that I don't see the green bar anywhere, that does bother me a little bit. Only declining at like 13 to 1,500 feet per minute. Well, if worst comes to worst and we have to do a circle, we'll do a circle. But according to our VNAV system, we're doing okay. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Get ready to adjust our barometric pressure to 1022. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Look at that. Sometimes when I hit enter on this thing, it does that. I gotta like push something else to get rid of it. Let's push this button and see if. What is this thing doing, man? Look at this broken plane. Jesus, man. I can adjust it down here. Whoa, 745, Jesus Christ. I need to be at like 1022. I don't know why this plane does that. Like, you can do standard with no problem. when you're climbing, but then when you are descending, it goes crazy like that. Like you push the button in and it just goes in like just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Hope this doesn't mess up our landing. What was it saying? 10:22. We are way off. Way off. Let's speed brake on and see if that'll help us get to right altitude. My God. We're about 1,500 feet too high. I don't know why that does that like that. I had that issue before with the spoiler here initially. At first, I used to grab the actual spoiler and move it, and it would go crazy like that too. Like it would just keep on flashing blue, flashing blue, flash blue, flash blue. Like we need to be at what, 2,800 at Plano, so let's put in 2,500. We're getting closer to where we need to be. I guess I could put on some flaps also. Let me put in some flaps. Let's get rid of the speed brake and just put a little bit of flaps in. Okay, that works, I think. Yeah, look at that. The vertical deviation is getting better. Let's push approach and see what happens. Yeah, see, FAC showed up. I'm wondering. I know we should have our lights on by now, but I've been more worried about doing this than putting lights on an airplane in the simulator. I wanted to. All right. Are we descending again? No. All right. You know, what is this going on here? Speed intervention. I'll just put speed in myself so we can keep declining. Speed intervention will allow you to take over the speed control. I don't think I did anything wrong to cause this. I think it was all because of this button that's still lighting up blue. tilde. We're at the right height for tilde. FMC mode, approach mode, unavailable GP. Okay, well, whatever. I didn't know if it was going to work or not. Still relatively new to the whole RNAV landing deal. A lot tougher than ILS's, that's for sure. At least for me right now. All right, well, if we can't descend using the like the glide scope type thing, then we will just go ahead and okay, so it's got FAC, so it's got the correct course now. We'll just put this down to like 500. Put it down to 1,000, I guess. We're doing good so far. All right, yeah, okay, it won't do. Okay, that's fine. We'll do 145. Do VREF plus 5. Flaps are full. Nav is doing its thing. Doing okay with our descent. I'll take over manual control here pretty soon. You can see we have a lot less clutter on our heads-up display. Still descending nicely. We missed the touchdown zone a little bit, but that's all right. I think it was a pretty good landing. I think that was too bad of a landing at all, actually, compared to what we were dealing with the barometer going absolutely crazy. Never shut this plane down before. Let's do a little, see if we can do a little shutdown action on this airplane. I think it might have a checklist for, like, I have an idea of how to turn it off. I'm pretty sure you got to turn the APU on. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't guess. But I'll take that landing. That landing wasn't too bad at all, actually, dealing with what we dealt with a little bit on the ride down. I'm glad we did the speed intervention when we did it, and I'm glad we put the speed brakes on when we did. Not sure why it didn't catch that glide path, you know, like the glide scope. I mean, it picked up the localizer, that's why it said FAC, which is fine, but maybe we were too high or too low at a certain spot, and that's what did it. This spot looks good to me. Over here. This big old thing. All right, let's see what the checklist says. All right. After landing, speed breakdown. We did that APU. We got on. Probe heat switches on off. Those are off. Exterior lights. Off these. Turn this off. Logo. All right, weather radar off. We don't have to worry about that. Auto brake off. Flaps are at 0. Transponder, we'll put that back on standby. All right, shutdown procedure. Park and brake, chocks. Yeah, there we go. We need some chocks. Let's put chocks in. Chocks are in. APU is needed after. We'll do ground power instead of APU. Turn the APU off. We don't need that now. Okay, let's turn the flight directors off. Isolation. Lead valve is open. We'll turn the packs off again. The APU switches on. Oh, we don't need to worry about that. All right, shut down. Fuel pumps off. These down. Engine start lever. Cut off. That's what we got. Park and brake flaps up. Okay, IRS mode off. Emergency light switches off. All right, it doesn't allow us to turn them off, I guess. We'll just leave it open. And packs are off and window keys. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the plane. Let's connect the... Might as well connect this. And open the door, and then we'll just pretend that's it for the plane. All right, let's open up the door for the people. APU ground powered off and then battery off, so we can do that. Let's... Oh yeah, I guess we'll just have to cut the ground power. We can't flick that switch backwards. All right, release this. And let's turn the battery off if it lets us turn it off. Yeah, it doesn't allow us to turn the battery off. Oh, there we go. All right, very good. So we are shut down, and this thing is still lighting up blue. All right, guys, that's about it. I got to go to sleep. I got to work tomorrow. So thank you for whoever watched this airplane show tonight. I certainly do appreciate it. We'll do another one of these soon. I don't know what we're going to do or when we're going to fly it or how we're going to fly it or what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. And, you know, certainly be good to me before you leave. Click that thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. Certainly be good to me. And until we see each other again, my friends, over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth, this is Greg, your